Alright guys, welcome to the first episode of Saiyan Chef. This episode, our very first, is going to be about none other than Dragonball Z. So, we're going to start off by making one of the dishes from my favorite scenes. Now, no one ever specified what this dish was. I'm going to give you my take. Here's the scene it's from.
Thank you very much for lunch, Chi-Chi. You're welcome. I'm just glad Gohan's making some nice lady friends. You know, this is so good. And you're planning to marry this girl? Hey!
First, we're going to start off by making the rice. So, I'm going to add 2 cups of water, 1 cup of rice, half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter. And we'll set that to boil for about 15 minutes. Okay, for the meat aspect of the dish, we're going to do some cubed and stir-fried steak. Now, the store was out of stir-fried steak, so they provided us with some thin-cut flat iron steak, which will work just as good, if not better. Alright, so set those on my cutting board here. Move that out of the way, trash. Now, cubing it is the best we're going to do, so you can get each one in a bite-sized piece, and you can cut it there. Alright, now that we've got our meat cut, we are going to a little bit of oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan lightly. You don't need too much. Spread it around, cover that pan. Now, going to add our meat. Alright, so our meat is almost done cooking. So now we're going to add some stir-fry mix. And this has got some great stuff in it, like some broccoli.
Very tough, but his name's Broly.
Carrots.
Akira!
And we're just going to toss that right then in with our meat. And by the time these vegetables finish cooking, so will the meat. And right now we're going to go build our sauce while this finishes cooking, and we'll finish cooking it in our sauce. Okay, now we're going to make our sauce to go on top of our meat and vegetables. So first we'll have 1 tablespoon of gochujang sauce, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, about half a tablespoon of hot mustard, 2 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce, 1/3 cup of orange juice, any kind you like, and finally, I'm going to grab another spoon, since that one was dirty, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now you can feel free to add more spice to it if you like. This one's a bit between sweet and spicy, but if you want more spice, more sweet, go for it. So now, just going to mix this up. Alright, so now we're going to take our stir-fry mix and pour the sauce over it and let it finish in the sauce. After your rice is cooked, put it in your bowls, and then get a nice platter of your stir-fry mix. Top each bowl. If you want, go ahead and add a little bit of that leftover sauce in it. Now I know in the episode they ate it separately, but to me, I just like to eat it together. And you can eat it however you want, and that's what's great about food.
I'll just do what you do. Ow. What the heck?
Can he do that? He's choking!
Okay, for the Dragon Balls, we're going to be making Rice Krispie treats, orange flavored. So to start off, we are going to take a half stick of butter, and we are going to put it in the pot. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the marshmallows. I have a bag of these fruit-flavored mini marshmallows. I just picked out the lemon and orange ones, and we're just going to add those into this pan with the butter. So it's about half full. Okay, so now that the marshmallows are melted and liquidy, we're going to go ahead and move this quickly over here and pour it in to the Rice Krispies. And to save yourself time and trouble later, get as much out of here as humanly possible, or whatever race you are. Robots, Saiyan, Namekian, Yacha, Xenomorph, Yoshi. And as soon as you get as much out of it as you can, you go ahead and start mixing it up. Okay, so now, after these have cooled just a little bit, you're going to get a handful. Now stick your hand at first. Just getting used to it, and we're going to try and make some balls with them. Alright, now I will be adding the zest of one orange. That's it. That's all you have to do. Alright, now that we've taken the fondant and flavored it with some orange zest and some orange food coloring, I'm going to roll it nice and thin. And we're going to cover these Rice Krispie balls with them to give them that orange color of the iconic Dragon Balls. And once it was done being covered with the fondant, I added some red stars with a icing pin and a toothpick. And now we've got the 7 Dragon Balls. Now we just gotta see who gets the wish. Thanks for watching the first episode of Saiyan Chef.
On the next episode.
That's it!
What's what?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Can't wait to try it.